Unbag Next War Series Supplement number 3. This is a supplement for the Next War series, which I have done a little bit of coverage of Next War Poland 2nd edition from GMT Games, and they were kind enough to send me that. And when they did, they sent me this as well, which is a series supplement number 3. So I'm pretty sure there's 2 more ahead of this one. And what these series supplements are doing, I think they're continuing to tweak the series. There's a lot in this series. It covers not only Poland, but there's conflicts in Vietnam and Taiwan and Pakistan, or India and Pakistan. So there's and the series is growing as well. So they're adding some supplemental rules, or tweaking things, or adding additional units as time goes by. This one, though, is interesting because I got this at the same time I got the 2nd edition. I think the primary effect of this one is to update, your Next War Poland to the 2nd edition. There's some new rules, and there's some new counters, and there's some new maps or additional maps, and I think all that comes in the 2nd edition. So don't know how much I really need this since I have Next War Poland 2nd edition. Now there might be some of these new optional rules and submarine rules or cyber warfare. There's the other big add in this game is the cyber warfare rules. So yeah, maybe I do need this for that. You guys let me know. The primary players of the Next War series, you can tell me better of how useful this is to someone who already has Next War Poland 2nd edition. But let's get in the bag and see what is in here. And I'll put a link to my coverage on Next War Poland 2nd edition. And I apologize in advance. It went on kind of long because I kind of talked a lot about why up until this point I've kind of stayed away from the Next War. Not because I don't think it's a good, solid series, but probably more because it's intimidating. Here's Next War Series Supplement. This is the rules for that. We'll look at that here in a second. Let's look at this here. This is in the Next War Poland. So this is the update, Next War Poland 2nd edition. So this comes in this box right here. So this, I imagine this is identical to what's in that box. So again, I don't know how much I really need this, but I got it now. So I got 2 copies of that. And then you've got an updated counter sheet here. I assume that all the Next War Poland counters are already in the Next War 2nd edition and have been updated. Again, if anybody has any thoughts or comments on that, feel free to chime in down below in the comments so everybody will know. And then this right here, I believe is probably just the supplement. So this is Next War 2nd edition. So this is new counters for the various other games. So you've got some. Looking at some of these here. You got some PRC. So you got some China. You got some India. Yeah, so you've got all kinds of different units here from some of the other games in the Next War series. So there you have it. And then hacked. These are probably those new counters for the cyber warfare. So there you have that as well. So you get some new counters in here. Again, I don't know how much of this is a duplicate of what is in the Next War Poland box. I know this is in the Next War Poland box. This is a little supplement, Gotland island out there, a couple islands out there. And then this part right here is a topper, so to speak, for the for Next War Poland. And this came in the Next War Poland 2nd edition as well. So, as I said, a big part of this supplement here is really updating Next War Poland to the 2nd edition. It's almost like an upgrade pack in that regard. Then you have this your kind of your operational map. And again, this is for Next War Poland as well. And I do know that this is in, oops, got a little, oh, it's not wanting to unfold there. There we go. I know that this is in the Next War Poland box, second edition box as well. So this is another kind of the operational map upgrade. And so you've got, new probably some update to the boxes. I don't know what all has been changed, but you've got your air tracking and some general record tracks and holding boxes and kind of your strategic layout here. So this I know comes in the Next War Poland as well. So right there you've got all the maps, the game specific rules, which these are the rules. You have your standard series rules, and then these are game specific and scenarios for just Next War Poland. This is all second edition update, as well as most, if not all, of this counter sheet. So that is just for Next War Poland second edition, which I have. Then you have this advanced sequence of play here, and I imagine this advanced sequence of play is dealing with the it might deal with the cyber, maybe, because they did add the cyber rules into here. Not sure if it's in here or not. Yeah, electronic warfare, maybe there's a little bit different rules in there. I'd have to compare. And then you have this player aid for Allied cyberspace, firewall hack, and some of those counters that we saw are probably for that. And you've got two of these. So you've got the Allied cyberspace and the non-Allied cyberspace. So there you have it. So this is something I think that goes to all the Next War games is the advanced cyber rules. So which are in here, and then you have some player aids on that. So now let's we did this backwards, right? So you've got the introduction, Next War Poland second edition update, which is going to talk about what's updated. So maybe I'll look at that to know what I have and what I don't have. Series reinforcement changes, new optional rules, SAM batteries and THAAD, submarine rule updates, alternate advanced game air system, new cyber warfare rules, and been there, done that. Insurgency scenario for Next War Vietnam. So if you have Next War Vietnam, then you're probably going to be interested in this. So this talks about Poland. Here is series reinforcement changes by game. Like this is for India, Pakistan. This is for Taiwan. This is for Korea. And this is, again, I say this in my unboxing of Next War Poland second edition. I'm a completist. I can't help myself. I can't control myself. So one reason I kind of stay away from this series is that there's just so much there, and it's so complex that I'm just going to be kicking myself because I'll end up trying to get it all and not having the time to try to understand it all. There's just a lot here, right? So look at all these different... I didn't mention that before. Yeah, I didn't mention in my other video, the Korea. So there's India, Pakistan, Korea, China, Taiwan, Vietnam, and Poland. I believe those are all the ones that are in there, but I imagine this is going to continue to expand. New optional rules. Here's Taiwan, Next War, Taiwan, Vietnam for Pacific Naval Display. Here's something for Korea. So these are like little, as I said, little upgrades or little just updates to what's going on in this series, and just giving you how some of the new rules might affect those different series, different games. Here's some Next War Poland stuff here. SAM batteries. So some new rules on that. Submarine rule updates. Looks like it's mainly for Vietnam. Alternate advanced game air system 2.0. I mean, this series really gets into it. Then you got the new cyber warfare rules, which starts on page 12 and looks like it might go to the end here. Actually goes to page 14, so a few pages of your advanced cyber warfare. It looks like you've got all the different nations, so again, I think this can apply to any of the games that you have. Then you have a scenario for next war Vietnam right here. So that's kind of cool. And then you have some charts for this. Mainly looks like it goes for the advanced air rules and the SAM THAAD rules. For looks like there's like an area effect issue there. So there you have it. This is what you get in a bag of Next War Series Supplement number 3. If you have Next War Poland 2nd edition like I have, then a lot of this is duplicative, and don't know what I need, what I would need for it, or if I even need it. But there also is some other stuff in here, especially the cyber rules that apply to all the different systems. And if you have any of those other games in the series, then there might be something in here for you. And if you're a completionist like me, you're probably going to have to get this. So anyway, that is what I have for you today on Kilroy Was Here. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it when you do. And the best way I know that you stop by is drop a comment to tell me what you think. Or do you play this series? Are you interested in this series? Are you knee deep in this series or head deep in this series? Or are you like me that have kind of stayed on the edges and now are trying to, get into it and try to figure out where's a good starting point for it? Next War Poland, to me, looks like it might be a good starting point, or 2nd edition might be a good starting point for that. Anyway, love to hear your comments. Love to know what you think. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.